Hello and welcome to this Warno 1v1 game. Today we've got Reyand playing 11th US Cavalry, and he's going up against Cardinal Sin playing as KDA. Good to see some KDA. We're on Two Lakes Duel today. Red's got the good side. It's the good side because Leonid is easier to attack than Emma. It's the good side because your forward deployed units get to Olga and Emma first. Well, Olga is supposed to be Blues Town, but Red's forward deployed units get like here. And Emma's supposed to be Red's Town, and Red's units do get there first. So, yeah, we've got 11th US, and on the left we got some scouts. Bradley CFV. Not sure why it's going there. I mean, you could put it there, and it could shoot down the road. It could shoot down the road. And behind that, I mean, we've got Stingers, Mech Rifles, Dragon. What? Okay, so Stinger's going up there. Mech Rifles, Dragon over here. Generally, 11th US does not have a great early game. It takes a long time to buy lots of Abrams and lots of Marder 1A3s, so you want to go defensive at the start. And yeah, so Bradley CFD there, LRS. Helicopter to recon, Olga, and then Stinger, Mech Rifles, Iltis. So I do wonder if he's bought some planes or something, because there's really not a lot here. I do wonder if we're going to see an A-10 or something. Switching to his opponent's deployment, we've got a big push on Olga. So recon up front, and then yeah, so two recon here, one for here, and one for here. We'll see how this one goes. And then Strela, Pioneer, KDA Schutzen, KDA Schutzen, KDA Schutzen, Zago Tryhard, which have military police, so they help the KDA Schutzen. Conkers, T62M for the Bastion, because you get it to there, then you can shoot down here, right? And this thing, CV for Sign, and then hopefully you'll path it to Olga, depending on who you're rooting for. PT-76 Recon. On the right, grenade launchers. I forgot KDA got these. Grenade launcher, Pioneer Flam, Avklärer. Second Avklärer going to here. Yeah, you do actually get here first, unless the enemy's got airborne forward deployment, in which case I think he will get there first. And then, yes, just some infantry. So, heavy on Olga and light on Emma. So we'll cast the game, and we shall do so from this perspective. Right, so they're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners, generously joining the channel. They get their names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get members exclusive videos. I figured this would be happening. I figured there'd be an A-10 and an F-16. You know, a great way to support the channel. If you don't want to do that, please just like the videos. It's free, helps me out. Basically, this has become a bit more of a necessity for me to shill, because I'm still writing the PhD, but they're going to stop paying me because I took too long. So this channel's keeping me in business, basically. Otherwise, I'd have to get a job and write the PhD at the same time. Oh my god. Anyway, so the Avklärer disappears, and now he's coming for more. I mean, there's not any AA here for Red, which is really not fantastic. I mean, this doesn't count. So yeah, he's gonna get another juicy shot there. Whoa, they're all dying. Everybody's dying. Oh, this is not good at all. Yeah, this is not really an AA piece. This is just an anti-infantry thing, really, and it's really bad. It got like super duper nerfed, and now it doesn't work properly. So yeah, the A-10 just cleans up that whole push there. It's not fantastic at all. They're getting out of the vehicles. Will it save them? Oh, there is a Strela there. Yeah, so Zago... Oh, well, he evac'd it. I'm not sure why. I think he must have had evac Winchester on. And so it just evac'd when the Hydras were finished, because he definitely could have carried on shooting. I'm not sure about that at all. I mean, he definitely could have got some more kills here. There's nothing coming. There's no books or anything. He's just sort of putting up with it. Over here, Red's managed to get in, but that's crazy. Crazy strategy. Just no books, no ASF. Just sit there and take it. So, yeah, that's obviously not fantastic. What can I say? So he somehow manages to get in, and his solution isn't to buy AA, it's to buy more KDA shots. And you see how weird this thing is? Like, it's really bad. It just doesn't work. It's really bad. Something happened to it. I'm not sure what. Um, yeah. I think its aim time's too high, actually. I think it should be 2 seconds, because it's not... to write that down. Anyway, the grenade launchers appear to be beating the Bradley, which is pretty interesting. I mean, yeah, that is wild. I guess if he stayed out of range, he'd get it. But yeah, that 5 armor, almost dying to a grenade launcher. I suppose there's two of them, but grenade launchers are overperforming a bit at the moment. So we got the MiG-23 MF. But yeah, I mean, there was a mech rifles dragon in here. What happened to him? Where did he go? Where did his transport go? Presumably he got shot by one of these guys, or this thing, perhaps. I don't know. Or maybe this thing got it as it came down here. That might have been it. But yeah, Red, I mean, he's in here. He's got to send the CV up. If you've got this ground, you need to get something out of it. Because right now, you're just getting it hammered for nothing. So he really needs to click this, click it over here. He's secured his ingress, right? I mean, it might be worth sending one of these to here, right? Sending this up to here. Oh, he's doing that. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? At these ranges, the Engineer's Dragon can't actually shoot this. Because it's got a dragon which has a 125-meter minimum range. The hogs are going to be a bit of a problem. It seems he's solving that problem by simply living with the pain. Wow, he's literally me. That was a Ryan Reynolds reference, not a My PhD is Difficult reference. That was a Ryan Reynolds. Is that what he's called? The Blade Runner guy. The iDrive, that guy. The iDrive guy. He's literally me. Anyway, T62 getting side shot there by the last LRS in the squad. Okay. Well, you've had it now, mate. Anyway, Streller's back here. The KD, yeah, the SPWs, the Engineer's Dragon can't shoot them because of the minimum range, and the Pioneer's obviously cleaning house with the satchels. You got to stand still to use it, but. Yeah, there you go. He's very low cohesion now. I mean, he could clean this up a bit faster. But yeah, you see how amazing this thing is? Oh, wow. So at that time, it actually did something. So I suppose it depends on the accuracy. I don't know. Bit of a weird one. But yeah, I think its aim time is too high. Hopefully this guy buys some pivots. I'm pretty sure this should be 2 seconds. Like all of the non-radar... No, hang on. Is it 2.5 for non-radar and 2 for radar? And then 1.5 for infantry? I think, actually, yeah, I think that's right. I think that's right. What happened to it? What? It just spontaneously combusted. What happened there? Oh, I think, no, the ACAV got it. That'll be it. So, he's finally brought the CV up, and that means he's going to be on a +2 now. And this is not looking good for blue, because when you're playing 11th ACAV, it takes a long time to build up. It takes a long time to build up your units. And so if you're behind here, it's not great at all. A lot of that was to do with the Engineered Dragons purchases. Like, if he'd, I don't know, bought some more infantry there. I don't know. I mean, he obviously needed a close range one to deal with the SPWs, but they weren't doing all the work. Generally, the KDA was doing all the work, so that is hard to deal with as blue. But if he'd sent an LRS here at the start, he'd have been completely fine. But he didn't do that, so get what you deserve. This is in the wrong building. Although I suppose if it switched to this one, it would probably immediately die because of the 3 machine guns and the gun there. So this may be shot. We'll see. I didn't aim in time. He's going to get in, and once he gets to here, then he'll be able to RPG this. And look, it's showing side armor, and it's reacted. Reyand trying to get back in here. And yeah, LRS will probably lose that fight because this is in a house, and that's really all that matters. This guy just playing games here. I mean, he should have got back straight away. He got hit by the first one, and then he dodged two, which, you know, might make sense with the accuracy, but you can never predict it. So 30mm versus M113. I don't know, these were raised to 4 HP, and I'm not sure that was a good idea, to tell you the truth. T62M there, taking names with its Bastion. This guy's low cohesion, so he's probably going to miss. Oh, okay. Well, you'll miss next time, because his accuracy is now 25% of what it used to be, which means that it's literally like 17% or something. Because half of 70 is 35, and then half of that is 17.5, right? So yeah, he's 17.5% accuracy there. I don't know, the game's very RNG focused. If I was making a game, I'd make it entirely deterministic, or at least as deterministic as possible. Obviously things like artillery, radius and stuff, but sadly I'm not making a game. You know, if you support the channel enough, then I won't have to get a job, and then like once I finish the PhD, I'd like to make a game. I'm making a game, but I'd like to finish it. It's called Hearst Hero. It's like a crazy taxi clone, and then once I've done that, then I can make a shooter, which should be like shooters. Basically, you know, you got to make money, right? And shooters make money, so that's that. Hearst Hero is just like a practice project. But it's going to have a Steam workshop where you can make your own maps and stuff, so it's a pretty well thought out practice project. Anyway, and then I'll make a shooter, and if the shooter does well, then, you know, then we'll see. I mean, the shooter probably won't do well, and then I'll have to get a job, but if it did do well, then I could, like, hire staff and stuff. I mean, you need... making RTS games is very, very difficult. You need lots of people, the market is very small, you need lots of people. This is why there's so few RTS games. It's the hardest type of game to make. Somebody once said, is it because of the balance? No. The balance is the easiest part of making the RTS. The rest is making the rest of the game. The pathing, the units, the fact that in this engine I can do this. Look, how many games can you do this in? Look, there's a car, and there's a little children's playhouse, and then I zoom out and there's a battlefield, right? And it's even crazier in 10v10s. And it just works. It just works. It's very, very... They've got their own engine to do this, right? It's very difficult. You see, if you play Company of Heroes 2, the whole game is spent like this. Because they don't... Their engine can't hack it. If you zoom out, it'll just explode. So it's the whole game, you play it like this zoom level. Company of Heroes 3, it's like this. Yeah, I played that beta. This is Company of Heroes 3 camera right here. Anyway, we're just waiting for blue to build up. But in the meantime, red is also building up, so I can't really see blue, you know, sorting this out. I mean, I like the fact that he's attacking from two sides. I think that's pretty cool. He does have this Maryuka problem here. Will he get one of those? No, he lost vision, and now he's stunned. Yeah. So KDA generally great on the defensive because of all the ATGMs and stuff, but generally you tend to be attacking because you don't have strong forward deployment. But his attack here went well. I mean, it was a bit of a weird one. He sort of lost loads of units and still took the zone, mainly because of Blue's purchases. You know, just not getting enough infantry. Like, if there had just been one LRS here, it just wouldn't have happened. Wouldn't have been able to walk in. But anyway. I'd say T-plane's pretty good, but, you know, if it's dead, then it doesn't shoot very well. But I think Blue's picked his battle. I think it's going to be this one. And then once he's done that, then he can switch to this. But all this time, the enemy is on a +2. The books are in now. His tanks are better, but they're very expensive. Red's AA situation's a bit diabolical. Like, I mean, you basically, if you're playing KDA, you should bring the books, Osas, Strelas is how you should do it, because the books for the planes, the Osas for the helicopters, because Strelas are just so bad. You need them anyway for cheap helo denial. They are cheap, right? Plentiful. But you need the Osas for the helicopters, because obviously this has got 3k helo range, but you can't send a book forwards, it'll get shot. It's very slow. Whereas the Osa's a bit speedier, although that had its price go up, so it's now literally like 145 or something. It's a bit stupid. So Not sure what he's going for there. Might have been the supply helo. Very tight dispersion circle on this Malka, mainly because the range is so good. And the dispersion scales with the range. So yeah, we're waiting for blue. He's getting some CVs. These are an interesting unit. They recently had their aim time go down from 6 to 4. I still think they're kind of garbage. I think they just shouldn't cost so much for what they are. Because, you know, you could buy a T-55A for the same price, and it shoots further and does more damage because it fires faster. So this thing is just potato. Literal potato. This one doesn't even have smoke. Can survive a TOW 2 hit though. T-55 can't. But yeah, the AVRE, the British one, has smoke, but can't survive a TOW 2 hit because they made its armor go down so that it couldn't anymore. Yeah. Don't stand under artillery shells, Sun Tzu once said. And yeah, for blue, I mean, this is just going to be an uphill battle. So he's got to build up his fire support here, right? I mean, having it here, I can understand he's trying to cut the reinforcement road, so I suppose that makes sense. But he needs another Eyehawk, really. And he could put a CV next to his RT, like this CV, for example, which isn't doing anything, and then it would shoot faster, and then he can focus, you know. So, like, when this fired, he should have immediately pinged it, although I think it might have moved back a building after that, and then shot it. So, yeah, CV, so yeah, he's going to have fire support on this side, and then he's going to send the infantry in, so it sort of makes sense. I can understand trying to cut the reinforcements. I think that is an intelligent idea, but it is very difficult. I mean, he's making a decent go at it, actually. I mean, to be honest, he's done it, because all he's got to do is put this ACAV up to here, and there you go. The reinforcements aren't using that road anymore. They can still use this road, but yeah, that would be a great place to be. He's not done it yet. Malka, I mean, there's nobody there. I'm not sure. Maybe there was before or something. But you notice he's not... Oh, he is moving his RT. Okay, so there you go. So he went on that 30mm, so that's cool. And he got it. And he is moving his RT after every shot, which is good. Napalm is really effective at counter-batterying, but it looks like he's going to just miss his whole volley and then reload for 5.5 minutes. Which ain't great news. The other thing you can do with the napalm is, like, you know, wait for the enemy to push and then napalm it. Always a funny one. Oh, I like this. He's using the mortars for smoke, and he's moving the Abrams forwards, and he's got recon with it. I mean, he needs some shorad here. A plane is going to come, and the one Eyehawk all the way back here is not enough. He needs some stingers up here. He needs a second Eyehawk, really. You should always, like, never only have one Eyehawk, unless it's at the start, in which case you can only afford one. You should always try and get 2 minimum, because it takes 2 hits to kill him. So, like, what the hell is going on with this thing? It's something to do with the rate of fire, like 60R rate of fire? I don't know, it just doesn't seem right. That missing is pretty sad. The thing is that this will die to that if it hits, so you gotta smoke it every time because it's got high accuracy. You can't take that chance. So... Oh, okay, so this one didn't move enough, so I wonder if he'll move it in time. He's trying to get that... Yeah, so we spoke about helos and planes, right? Aircraft. Oh, he might get them both here. Oh, he's going to get them... Did he... No, he didn't drop his bombs. He didn't drop his bombs because of the smoke. He must have lost targeting. F-16 goes down to the Bucks, presumably. And, yeah, he's splitting the volley here, which is cool. Cardinal, he's splitting the volley here. And yeah, these tanks are not really... Like, he needed shorad. He needed shorad, and, you know... I guess he does have a Milan 2 to help out. He just needs to smoke him back. This just isn't working. Yeah, smoke, please! You got 1 HP! Right, okay, so he goes down. Maybe he didn't have smoke, maybe he wasn't paying attention. But you would assume while he was doing this, he would attack over here because, you know, wasn't that sort of the whole point? Cut the reinforcements so he could attack here, but he's not actually done that. He's bought some stingers, though. And the A-cap survived, so he could come back in about 5 minutes and do the same thing again. In the meantime, I mean, in terms of Cardinal's deployment here, like, he should have put a bunch of infantry ATGMs in the town, especially in the... Oh, church is dead, okay. But he should have infantry ATGMs in here. He should have at least... I mean, if you're playing KDA, you should at least have the Conkers, but you can also get the Diversity one as well. Because, like, you can't actually do anything about this, apart from planes and helos. And that'll probably get a nice double kill there, because there's only one Eyehawk. It's all the way back here. So yeah, I guess a nice double kill there. There's a Stinger here. Didn't see that. So yeah, he should have bought a second Eyehawk. I mean, he's buying more Stingers, more and more Stingers. I understand it, but you get 3 Eyehawks in a card. Also, Red should have seen where this fired from and hit it with the Malco. He's going for the Stingers instead, which is fair enough. But yeah, this reinforcement road is very much cut because of this, as we're about to find out. And now here comes the counterattack, so... The Grenadiers. Sadly, there's a bit less fire support than there used to be, but he's got the CEVs and stuff, and these guys, like, none of them can fight these, so what he should do is, once they start getting low, I mean, obviously sit there for a bit, but eventually you want to fall back into the town where these can't shoot you, and just have it be his infantry versus your infantry, at which point you should win, because you've got more. He's bought the AT plane, or well, he's brought the AT plane, I think this is the one he had before. And, yeah, it's quite rare to see this only fire 1 missile. And this is always the risk with Helo supply. But... So the CEV has, like, good... alpha damage, you could say, but it's literally got a fire rate of 3. It takes a very, very long time to reload. I wish it dealt more HE, to tell you the truth. I mean, in real life, the bomb on it is like 8 times bigger than a Chieftain. Well, 7 times bigger than a Chieftain's explosive shell thing. And in this, it deals 3 times more damage. Which, you know, it's more than 1 times, I guess, but... I do like this play from Cardinal, having the Malyutkas around here to also shoot in the sides. But yeah, I mean, like, where are the... So both books over here. I know he had 2 books. Did one die? Anyway. That didn't go very well. Oh, there you go, he got it. I mean, I could have sworn he had 2 books. One must have died somehow, I just didn't see how. So, Reyand, he's getting in here. Slowly but surely, but yeah, there is fallback here, like, you know, obviously you send this back and get it healed up. The Zago tryhards forwards a little bit, you know. Like, if this was here, it could shoot that, but it would probably die. Oh, this ain't great. Yeah. But yeah, the A-cabs are coming around this side. And yeah, the Eyehawk, it is moving, but not transported, so I guess it just gets a little bit lucky there, who knows. So, reinforcement road, well and truly cut. Reds should be using this road. This is reloading. He's bought a book. He's getting pushed out here, slowly but surely. And then once blue has taken this, then he can try and take this. But it should start getting easier. I mean, I think blue's trading favourably here. Zago tryhards don't have AT. KDA Schutzen AT is very bad. It's only 10, so the CEVs could come in here and just sort of soak. Looks like the auto cell on this takes them down this road, worth noting. So I've had that happen to me before. Looks like the enemy gets the Humvees and then you shoot them. You shoot your own Humvees, and look, they're all suppressing themselves here, and it's not fantastic. Anyway, the Malyutkas should have stayed hidden, but yeah, this has very good optics anyway, so they get spotted. KDA Schutzen try to come down here, but the A-cabs will stop that. So he needs to use this road, although this road's now getting cut as well. So slowly but surely, blue doing a decent job here. Needs to unload this and turn off the auto cell, of course. Oh, here we go. Napalm Grad's out. So, it doesn't damage units in buildings, but if you panic and leave the building, or you know the vehicles, for example, you see how fast the vehicles are dying here. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. There doesn't really make too much sense. And this guy's been spotted. All right, LOS moment. Oh wow, he put the whole 40 rounds there. I mean, I guess he's trying to destroy the buildings, because that's the only way to damage the guys in the buildings. The KDA shots them, most of them died here in their transports. These haven't moved. But yes, Blue's slowly pushing this. The CEVs maybe are useful, I don't know. I mean, you don't really have much of a choice on 11. Is he just gonna run into it? Is that his plan? I mean, he's still got 3 co-cods left. Okay, so he smokes. I mean, he could move the stingers up. Yeah, he's doing that. Malka going in on the on that house again. He's a big house hater. And yeah, it's you know, it's very exciting. But Blue's got an uphill struggle ahead of him here. Like, once he takes this, and it does look like he's going to take this, although he's running out of infantry here. Could really be using these to snipe. Yeah, here we go. He's using these to individual infantry positions. Also, you see this, right? So when because you may not know which building in the house to hit. Obviously, when you see him, you just right-click him right, which is probably what he's done. But basically, it snaps, and when it snaps, whatever it snaps to is where the units will be in this housing block, and then you can click right on that. It's very useful. It's very, very useful. So, he needs to get a CV in here, really. I mean, he's got the corner. I guess he's might want to push up a bit more. Get the scouts up to here. Like, he is in here. I suppose this might get you, but yeah, we'll be a bit careful, I suppose. Red doing his best to cling on here. The napalm grads, you know, it was cool trying to use this to hold it off. It's a shame he sort of wasted it trying to counterbatch it. I can understand the need. And both of these got suppressed by one thing. KDA does get seed, but at this point I wouldn't be buying seed. I'd be buying, I'd honestly be like, okay, well this isn't going well. I'd be buying stuff for here, one thing for here, and stuff for over here. Because yeah, you're not. I mean, it's just not going to happen, right? He's actually noticed that. Yeah, he's actually pulling his guys back. And yeah, just T62 it. T62 MVs everywhere to get the ATGMs and the so these are the ERA ones. You should also have the non-ERA ones with the ATGM, and it should just be I need to spam Bastion missiles all over the place, all over the place. They need to be everywhere. They need to be everywhere. And I'm just trying to hold on to this because I mean, you know, this is clearly gone. He needs to hold the remainder of his zones. He's got 14 minutes to cling on. His division is strong on the defensive. It's just he didn't seem to have a lot of like ATGM, infantry ATGMs at all. Like we saw 2 Conkers here, but they didn't make it. I think there was one in the church and it died, and there's actually none here. Like even like so these 30mm teams. Imagine if when he was defending here, he had one 30mm team. All that infantry would have just died. Never would have made it in. The CVs would have to kill the AGL team, right? So yeah, he's put 4 back here, which is a lot, right? I'd have 2 here, 2 back here. But I think he's got the general gist of it. I think now it's going to be a desperate defense, and the question is, can Reyand? It just takes so long to build up with these heavy tank divs, and the suppressive effect of ATGMs is very, very, very high at the moment. Very high. This is quite a low one actually, but yeah, if you look at like the Malyukas and the Conkers and stuff, it's very high. So this isn't actually reloading properly because I don't know how this has been damaged. Must have been hit by an arty round or something. Although I don't see any shells. Crater marks. Weird. Anyway, yeah, because he's got to come somewhere, right? And so you don't want to cede any space that you don't have to cede, right? I can appreciate falling back from the town, but then you fall back to here, And obviously he's lost this part, but he should have a couple more units here. You know, an Igler at least. Because this has now been scouted. And, yeah. What? Oh, I see. He just could see this one for some reason. I thought he knew where the CV was. I was like, what? That's pretty wild. Or maybe he's guessing. He's guessing this building. I mean, he's guessed incorrectly, but he got that 30mm. And he's buying some mortars for smoke. This is going to be really interesting. Now he's bringing up the CVs. I guess his plan is to try and push here, but he'll know about, because of that quick fix, he'll know that there's quite a few things here. But he'll know that this is free, so maybe he'll try and clean this up. 11 minutes left for Cardinal to desperately hold on. I think if he loses this, probably would it even be enough? I mean, he had that +2 for like 20 minutes, and he got 1581. There's only 11 minutes left. So I think Blue needs to take this and then try and break through to Anna. Or go for Sign. But he's doing both, which I'm not sure is a good idea, because, you know, like, imagine how much better this push would be if he had an extra M1A1 there. Well, that's probably going to die. No, it survives. I mean, of course I was talking about the Su-22, right? Of course. Malka takes out the LRS there. And there's a lot of units here. And then 11th doesn't really have the tools to deal with this. I believe it gets like a blanket HE bomber, but I would really recommend it. So I guess it's just going to be that slow, steady grind with the CVs. But I mean, he's not attacking. He's waiting, and I don't think he's got time to wait. I really don't. Don't think he's got time for this. I mean, he's coming down here. We'll see how far this gets. I mean, this is just asking for a plane to come and kill you, so you could put an F-16 up back here, you know, to keep you alive. Oh, I thought he was going on this. So I guess this is basically a feint. I mean, there's only one tank there and one infantry. I'm not sure why the helicopters are here, but they've not got that many rockets. Well, 38. So yeah, 10 minutes. I mean, he's got a lot of units, but what is he waiting for? He's getting. Oh, I see. He is going for Sign. T-62's not doing so great against the TOW2 of the Bradley. Mainly a defensive unit because of the this thing. So yeah, when you attack move like this, the M113s go first. So you've got to be careful because they're faster. They'll go in front, and then this will just kill them. Well, it depends really, because they'll probably stop here. So it depends if Cardinal micros. That T-62 ended up going down, I think. Oh, he advanced past the smoke and got shot. Could try and use the Malker on it, you know. I'm not sure what he's been aiming for all this time. It's just like, I guess these are moving after they shoot. Oh yes, he's probably trying to get the M109s. And yeah, if you're red, you want to hold on to this and hold on to this. That's what you want to be doing. And if you're blue, you want to take this and take this. But it's a very difficult map for the attacker. I mean, just taking a town is always going to be hard, especially when they shrink the size of the zone to make it hug the town. Literally used to come out to here, so you can do some smoke stuff. And then they removed the forest here, and there was some more forest here. I'm not sure if it went all the way down to here, but I think it just went. Yeah, I think it was just there. And so that makes it even harder for the attacker to move in. I'm really surprised that on 11th cab, a div that does not get much infantry at all, he's actually brought infantry ATGM teams. Usually you wouldn't see that because it's just not worth it. A MiG-21 coming in on these engineers might get them both. It does. There's still only one Ihawk here. I mean, oh, okay, so he bought more, but they're over here. And in the meantime, he's trying to attack here. That M1A1 died, presumably to a plane, as you'd expect. And yeah, so he's trying to attack both at once. Not sure where that was going. Maybe it could see this. Not sure how, but yeah. The Ihawk, did it move this time? Who knows? Looks like he's going on the ACAV. This supply could be sold, you know. You get some points for it. The Malka's pretty cool, to tell you the truth. It's very effective. See, Reyand, he's trying to attack here as well, but I think he's splitting his forces, and that means he's getting nowhere anywhere. I think all of this should have been put over here, and he go straight for this, or all of this should have been put over here, and you go straight for this. I mean, this is a +2, so probably more effective to take than this one, especially given that this is so built up. But yeah, like all these CVs and M1A1s, will they be enough to take it? Probably not. Depending on how they're micro, they might be, but I think it would have been better for him if he, instead of half-arsing 2 things, he whole-arsed 1 thing. Because instead, you know, this isn't really a suitable force to take out all these reservists. He's got plenty of helicopters. But the books will one-shot these. So, CV's in the ascendant here. Cluster coming in. Ooh, takes 2 and takes 1 and damages 2. Takes out 1 and just didn't do it properly, innit? And yeah, the Napalm Grad might finish that off. It depends on where these fire patches land. You see he's moving forwards there. 30mm can engage a 12 armor tank. Okay. We're playing Broken Arrow apparently. And Reservist, and they've got pretty decent RPGs, so this is not great because like, they really don't want to be there. You see how Cardinal, he's left the front line because he knows he can't really fight this fire support, which is very intelligent of him. But yeah, if I was blue, you know, your fire support should be, okay, so I can't hit the front units, great, so you bring it round here, right, you bring it round here, bring it round here, bring it round here, and then you cut off the enemy reinforcements. But as it stands, yeah, these CVs probably not going to make it, just getting napalm to death. And the mech rifles, Dragon, I mean, they're just not that great. Yeah, over here, the Sea Knights all died. I think the Cubs just killed them. Sorry, I didn't see that. It would have been pretty funny to watch. There's still one back here, which is not really noticed. And yeah, the mech rifles are going in against Reservistum. But yeah, he shouldn't have split his force like this. Obviously, we have perfect vision, so we knew how much there was here. And so in that case, I would say he should have attacked over here with all this stuff instead of splitting it like that. But even if he'd attacked all this stuff here and then YOLO'd it for Anna, probably would have gone better than this, where he tried to attack 2 and he got nowhere, anywhere. Like, this isn't going to work. It's just not going to work. And over here, you know, he's just not got the infantry for this, really. The guns have fallen silent, but, you know, with 4 minutes left, I'm not sure what kind of difference it would make. So yeah, he's going to try and get this in. I mean, this is actually out of rounds, but the reservists will just shoot it. There's plenty of them. So yeah, he can't get it in. That's what she said. And yeah, he got in the corner here, like he could drive this in and park it down the main road, you know. But there's only 4 minutes left. He basically just can't win. I'm not sure why he's still playing. Just for the principle of it, I suppose. So yeah, this isn't working. Ihawk was on an attack move, so as soon as the thing left its range, the missile nosedives or flies off into the sky. Lots of mech rifles dragon going down here. Lots of mech rifles dragon going down here. And yeah, Red could use a supply here. I mean, imagine if this had ammo. None of this would be here. And the M1A1, he's trying to get in, but Cardinal is moving up the Mott Schutzen. He's buying additional infantry. He's got the planes. And yeah, you know, it's difficult to push with KDA, but if you're playing defensively, it's pretty easy. Well, I wouldn't say easy. It's pretty powerful on the defense simply because of the ATGM spam, which most pack divisions get, if not all of them. So yeah, what can I say? He is now trying to wrap around the side, but there's only 2 minutes left, and he's trying to get this in. But I mean, these guys, like, this is 18 pen. He's showing side armor there. Oh, okay. Will he pop his smoke? Or will he just fight? He's going to fight. He's trying to reverse. I guess he doesn't have smoke, otherwise he would have popped it by now. And yeah, the wraparound's sort of working, but there you go. The Malka finishes him off. That was a Malka shot there. This thing, you know, pretty decent. He's got 2 of them now. What the hell? How did that happen? It just came down here and went in on the side. Wow. That's pretty impressive. Mainly just Red not paying attention. I mean, neither was I. It must have come down here and come around the side. So that's been evened out. And that means that it's going to be +3 for blue. But, I mean, it's just not... just doesn't really matter. If I was Reyand, I'd be fast moving this down here. I think that's probably your best, only chance, really. I mean, even then, it's just not going to be enough. There's 1581 points different. All Red has to do is wake up and send this over here, but he's not done that yet. He's still sleeping. Probably typing smack in chat because he won with KDA. And yeah, I mean, it just goes to show, right? If heavy tanks were slightly cheaper, and if ATGMs were slightly less good, you know, this game would be different. Very different. But as it stands, if you play in a heavy tank div, it's actually very, very, very difficult to build up a suitable force by 40 minutes. Well, I mean, you build it up by 40 minutes, but it's difficult to get to win with that. But yeah, there's a number of things they could do. They could make make suppression regeneration faster, so when your tank gets hit by a Malyutka and gets stunned, okay, fine, but it's not out of the combat for 7 minutes if it's a 0-vet tank, or 3 to 4 minutes if it's a 1-vet tank. There you go, he woke up. Still not bought a thing for this, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Will this reservist and Fuhrer die? That's the big question. Probably. Can't really see him making it out of that. See how some of these are at no vet, because he must have brought some on 1 vet and some at no vet, so he gets the extra numbers. There you go, he takes the zone. Oh, he is getting down here. 20 seconds left. I mean, he's going to be on a +2 when this takes, and then this will make it +4. And then, you know, it'll be +6 if it caps. Obviously, this is coming in here, but... oh, wow, he did actually have the blanket bomber. Oh, where's he going? It'll be good on this. I guess he can't see it yet. Needs to send that Bradley. So yeah, if that had gone on for like 5-10 more minutes, 11th would have won. But instead it was Cardinal Sin on KDA here. 423 games. This guy's reset his rank because he has more ranked games than total games. But yeah, there's clearly like about 400 ranked games there. And about 64 ranked games there. So yeah, credit to the KDA player. Did a good job. I mean, a lot of that came down to Blue's deployment, not putting LRS in his own town, because they do have the airborne forward deployment, and then, you know, just not respecting the KDA attack. But that was pretty funny. And they still got in the town. Crazy. Anyways, I'll see you around. GG.